Okay, so today we are going to talk about the core skills you need as a practitioner. That is the ability to shift your perspective, to get outside your head and get into the head of your prospective patients. And if you're an experienced practitioner, then you can even use this to get inside the head of your prospective student. So you can become super attractive to your ideal clients, and you can confidently put yourself and your homeopathy out there and influence people with much more confidence, much more effectively. Now, if you're just starting out and you're just building your practice, then you need to apply this to your patients. And the way you do this is that you get into the mind of your potential patient. It is one of my most favorite sayings. I say this all the time when I'm talking with my students and mentees in Argent and mentoring, is that you are not your patient. Whatever your reality is, it's wildly different than the person who comes to you as a patient, especially as a health practitioner. When you're coaching, you're teaching, you're leading, you're transforming people's lives and their health, and it's much more than just consulting. And the reality is that you have done a lot of work on yourself through your own journey than the people who come to consult you. I mean, they may be on the same path, but you are many years ahead of them in many ways. They have been just, new to homeopathy. They could have just read about homeopathy or alternative medicine and they want to give it a try. Remember, most of these people are still at what we call stage one of their journey. And your prospect and your perception and your, you know, perception about things in general, about homeopathy and your stage will be wildly different than them. And you have got to be aware of the language you use, the stories you share. You need to be able to put yourself in their shoes. You've got to come to their level, their reality, and speak from that stage. And this is critically important. I mean, for me, it's sometimes the same as a mentor. So this week I was involved in an interesting coaching brainstorming session during our live session with my Argentum members. And it has been a learning curve for me through the last 10 years of Argentum on how to lead them, not teach them. I'm not just a teacher or a trainer for them. I have to be a leader to them. It's not something that I was born with. I mean, no one is born with these skills. And compared to a lot of people out there, I've been really bad at it epically. I had to go through this process of learning to lead in the last decade or so. And each of my Argentum member is truly gifted with a unique skill set. So I have to learn how to be able to present to them an advanced approach or a strategy or a tool that they need for their case, but from their perspective, in their language, so they can implement it successfully. And as a mentor, I have to shift that perspective. For example, my perspective as a medical doctor who was, a practitioner and having seen tens of thousands of patients across the world in different scenarios, it's wildly different from someone who has just started with their first or their second homeopathic patient. And they will have fears and concerns and objections and also aspirations which will be totally different than mine. And even for you, when you're working with your patient, as your practice grows, as your structure, your brand grows, as your experience grows, that gap with the patient who's never ever heard about homeopathy and you gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Like, you may see a case and you might get all excited about implementing an approach that has given you great results. And you may want to try it on that patient. And he or she might be completely new to that process. And a lot of time we forget, we just go and start bombarding them with these strategies and these processes, and that just doesn't work. Why? Because the clarity that you have in your mind is not in their minds, and they are in a complete different place, and your patient is going to be overwhelmed or panic, when you drop all these aspects in front of them. And so when you implement any strategy that you have for them, you have to be tentative and you want to elicit their perspective. You have got to be a leader here and show them the big picture and the real possibilities of that strategy and what it will do for them. But then you want to go out and say, okay, what do you think about this? What resources do you need so that we can make this happen? How do you see us making it happen? So check their concerns, check their clarity, check their, and give them clarity and on the objections that they raise at that particular point. And then while giving them the plan for their journey, you want to break it down into bite-sized pieces so that they can take that first step with you in that first consult. And to learn how to work together collaboratively with your patients from their perspective is something I learned from my coaches and mentors, which was beyond homeopathy. So, you see, it really makes a huge difference to your success. Because if you just go out and start talking about homeopathy and talking about some specific Hahnemannian approach or whatever approach that you are really, you know, your favorite approach, thinking it's the most amazing thing for them, it will not end well. Please don't do it. You share the process each step of the way, starting from where they are. So connect with them at where they are, and then more importantly, you want to get their perspective on it first. Here is this what we are going to do. What do you think? And then what are the steps that we need to take it into fruition? And then it will get them to truly buy into you, and together you can then embark on a journey. So this is something that you have to learn on how you shift perspectives, and it's a core skill you need, not just about homeopathy but for life, even with your friends, your family, your partner. So as a practitioner, whether it's with your clients or with your students, or with your first year class students, this is an absolute core skill. So hope this helps, and hope it gets you get out with much more confidence and clarity. And hope it just helps you expand the prospects that you see, and expand the way you can present your homeopathy to them. And let me know what you think about this. So please leave a comment for me below and share your thoughts on this, and let's just get out there and put ourselves out there and make the best we can this week. Thank you very much.